police, they got one of the Somali guards saying that.
I had a feeling that might have been the case because I saw a contact.
Go ahead and take over, just do. And hold on, I need her.
This is the youth. That dude's looking good.
He knows it too.
You guys have to go ID them if you're going to show them into your phone.
I'm your younger sister. I love you.
Just want a photo of him so bad.
Let's get the four of us. Oh, sure. I should put this pop. It's actually whiskey, but don't tell anybody.
Make it 5.
Say that to him.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Please. You're awesome.
We're going to need you to take pictures of the prize back.
Oh, just trying to get a autograph. Okay, it looks a little strange in the autograph.
Oh, yeah. See ya.
How are you? Good to see you. It is Basil, right? We'll get pronunciation. Basil, great. What is this moment like? I mean, I knew the critics are loving the performance. What do you make of that? What do you love about it?
I thought you were about to yell.
Can I move this a little bit closer to the other microphones? I want to ask you, do you have any concerns about how the Somali community is paid? Obviously, China, I mean, that's not the most favorable type of beginning with. Most of my family doesn't talk about it.
Just go right into theater, and there's this lady standing.
And Maddie's the guy who started
How you doing? Good. Good to see you. Okay. Hello, hello. Hi. I felt good. Yeah, I'll wait to see
I'm like, if you knew Spanish, welcome to your family. Good evening. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Amanda Lathrop, and I am the president of Minnesota Women in Film and Television.
crowd. For those of you who don't know, Minnesota Women in Film and Television is one of 44 chapters around the world of Women in Film and Television International. Our local mission statement has 4 tenets: to engage, empower, promote, and inspire our local community. We do this mostly through social and educational events. When I first heard about the presentation you're about to be treated to before our film, I thought that this met all 4 of our goals, and I was very, very excited. I'm sure you're excited too, so I'm going to stop talking and introduce you to our MC for the evening, Miss JoJo Liebler.
I love microphones. One of my favorite things to do is know you're out there, I can hear you breathing. I am also with Minnesota Women in Film and Television, and I also want to welcome you. And I also want to say, thank you, darling. So the wada, take 2. So the wada diga yorinina. Thank you for the guys in rows 13 through 15 for not laughing me off the stage, because I'm pretty sure I just said in Somali, hi, welcome, I'm wearing a diaper. All right. Minnesota Women in Film and Television. Thanks for the laugh. It just backs up the, diaper is a funny word on its own. Minnesota Women in Film and Television is a non-profit organization, and as a non-profit organization, you may have noticed what that does not include in your ticket. It does not include a gold Gucci bag full of swag like Godiva chocolates and tickets to Rio. It does not include an E! Entertainment reporter getting in your face and saying, who are you wearing? It does not include sunshine, palm trees, the Pacific Ocean, and celebutantes with puppies in their purses. No, my friends. No, we don't have that. We have an event with heart. Please applaud for that one. Captain Phillips is a film that opened just on Friday. It's garnering all kinds of Oscar buzz. And we as Minnesotans can be particularly proud and engaged because 5, count them, 5 of the cast members have ties to Minnesota. So we figured someone had to throw them a party locally. We figured that these guys ought to have a chance to come here and bring their friends and family. So that's what this is all about, and we're going to hear a little bit more of their backstory in just a minute. One of the things I want to do is thank all the people that made this happen. This pulled together, you guys, no kidding, in about a week. So we really had to scramble. I want to thank Lucinda and Kate from the Film Board because they helped an awful lot. Certainly all my fellow board members and actual MinWIFT members that we roped into helping us. Oh, that's better than golf tournament clap. I want to thank Bill Strom for providing illumination. A talented trio of ladies who are with Globe College and are videotaping our every move, so we'll have a record of this whole thing. I want to thank Savvy Formal Wear for some of the formal duds. Not mine. Who am I wearing? Macy's 2005 sale rack. Did I mention I'm wearing a diaper? No. Okay, sorry. Let me see other thank yous that I have to say. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. Oh, yes, I am. This event would be nothing without audio. Carly, thank you so much. And thank you, HGNG, for this equipment. One of the things I want to talk about now is making a film. Obviously, you've heard that Captain Phillips is a blockbuster, getting this Oscar attention. There is a role, a behind-the-scenes role that not everybody is familiar with in filmmaking called casting. And the casting director often ends up being someone who is a lion or a lioness, an advocate, a diplomat. They have to wear many, many hats. And it's one role that will never be replaced by technology, CGI, or any kind of special effect, because a casting director is all about the human connection. It's all about the heart. It's all about using their guts, and sometimes using guts to advocate for their people. So we are very fortunate here that we are going to learn some of the casting backstory of this particular film with the search casting director here from New York, even though she has roots in Minnesota. Please welcome Debbie DeLisi. And with her, she has two local associates, Katie Batchelder and Lynn Younglove. Once I started hearing the casting backstory about this film, I thought, wow, that is going to make a movie itself. I mean, it's really very, very compelling. So right now, I would like to turn it over to Ms. Debbie DeLisi. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi guys, welcome. Okay, I have my own list of acknowledgments. First of all, WIFT. How cool are the Minnesota women in film ladies, especially JoJo Liebler. I kept touching her a million times. Is she real? Is she real? We would get like 1,000 emails. And really it wasn't a week. When we officially got word to do this, you ladies had 3 business days. So this is pretty amazing. Okay, so first I want to say that it is a great privilege, and I want to give a shout out, of course, to Sony and the main casting director, Francine Maisler, for trusting us with this crazy job. We appreciate it very much. And of course, I want to acknowledge this. If you're sitting in this audience, you are on my hot list, so be ready. First of all, speaking of the audience, why do we do what we do? Those of us that work in film. If it was just about us, we would be in our basements, with family videos. But no, we want to have parties like this and get together with our friends and have people watch what we do. So right now, I want anybody who came because you're a friend of a friend, or you heard about this cool event, or you are a proud patron of the arts. Please, friends of friends, patrons of the arts, stand up. Thank you. Thank you. Yay, that is about everybody. Now, very specifically, I want to thank the amazing Minnesota community of film and the arts. And I don't mean just film, but theater, fellow actors, producers, agents. I mean, you guys astound me. The first tickets, when we put this out, it was really mostly our colleagues at first. Is Eddie Cohen in the audience? Okay, Jason Hall. I mean, all of you guys. It was like all of our buddies. Okay, if no one else comes, like, our friends will come. And I'm just so pleased to be one of your contemporaries, yes? And we have to keep championing each other's work. Whether it's a big, fancy potential Oscar project like this, or it's theater on the corner, or it's, a kid doing a play in grade school. We have to keep championing each other and really support one another in the pursuit of live art. And now, this gives me the chills, of course, our brothers and sisters in the Somali population. I'm not going to cry. Okay. So, inevitably, instead of the audition process, it would turn into talk. And we would learn about you. And of course, we would cry many times. And there's just such an amazing community here in Minnesota and in this world that so many of us do not know. And so I challenge you all tonight to make a new Somali friend, because they're here in our audience. Where's my friend Ubi? Yubi, where are you? Okay, So I was talking to Yubi last week, and I was telling him about this event and explaining like who would be there because I want him to meet this guy and that girl, and I was talking about the film community and other like sacred friends. And I don't know if you remember what you said, but after this conversation you said, because I said about all these awesome people you'd be meeting tonight, and you said, oh, like friends forever. So Somali community, stand up. What I want to tell you is welcome and say hello to your friends forever. And now I'm going to take a minute to recognize my ladies. They don't like to talk on stage, but in real life they can't stop talking. I first want to start with Miss Katie because it did start with her. I got the call to do this in LA, and I called her, and immediately she started raiding the Somali mall and eating lots of Somali soup. Is Jamal Hashi here? Where is Jamal? Yay! Oh my God, Safari Express. We ate so much Somali soup, and here's the secret. Can I say it now? Katie was this like weirdo, strict vegan, and then after she met you, it was like she went like, you know, over the fence because she was like eating like Somali soup, which I'm assuming is not vegan, and it became our food of choice everywhere we would go. And also one thing I want to say about my little Katie is she did the hard jobs. Like I get sometimes some of the credit, and Lynn got to fly to Malta, and in between was Katie, and she did the really hard jobs, the hard job of the taping and the auditioning. And I remember one time in a callback, something was going wrong technologically. Okay, and I said, I'll do it, and which would have been disaster. So maybe you guys wouldn't have been cast if I would have jumped in. But Katie was like, no, I got it. And what amazes me about my friend and colleague is that she steps up and does the tough jobs that sometimes do not get recognized, and she has the bravery and courage to step up and really do above and beyond, especially those jobs that aren't the most glamorous. Katie Batchelder. So it started with Katie and it ended with Lynn. For those of you that know Lynn, I mean, is there no greater sunshine than Lynn Younglove? There are so many stories. And what was great about it is Katie and I would, yes, they all know the story, so I don't have to tell. Well, I wanted to say Katie and I would be in the rooms with the boys auditioning, it would be Lynn that would be outside, like getting to know them, and then, you know, and just being their advocate and being everyone's friend, and flying to Malta with, did you have like 24-hour notice?
No.
Not even. And her nice husband was like, okay, sure, you can fly to Malta. And really bonded with the guys, and how could we not, you guys want her to be your mama? I want her to be my mama. Everybody loves Lynn, and she's the one that sewed it up when Katie and I, well, the Coen brothers called, so we had to take the call. Leave our boys, and Lynn was the glue that took our boys out of the comfort zone into LA, so I can't love you more, thank you. And all they have to do is stand here and look pretty. I am going to introduce you to that guy. Everyone, Chris Mulkey is that guy. And it's so funny. Chris, make your way up here. It's so funny because everywhere I go, it could be a celebrity, like A-list function. It can be like dudes on the block. Everybody knows Chris Mulkey. Everyone is crazy about Chris. Welcome. What I love about Chris, his beautiful wife Karen Landry is in the audience somewhere. Their offspring are all artists, and I don't mean they just like act, but they like direct and they produce and they dance and they do that. They're always creating, and then if Chris is not like in a movie, he's like making music. And I look like you've done like how many movies since Captain Phillips? Five movies since Captain Phillips. Stay tuned for The Surface. He stars opposite Sean Astin. And, you know, I might say about Chris, it's like, he's that guy, right? You're like, oh my God, that's the guy from Saving Grace. I saw him in CSI. He's, you know, front and center Captain Phillips. Everyone loves Chris. And what I have to say is, as an actor and an artist, I mean, hey, we're not going to stop fame if it's going to knock on our door, but more importantly is the respect of our colleagues. And I feel like even being in the presence of some up-and-coming actors, I know we have had conversations. These guys don't just want to be movie stars, they want to be solid actors. And how can we find a more finer example of an amazing, solid actor who walks the walk? Chris Mulkey, everyone. No, he is not allowed to sit down. Okay, here we go, the countdown. We're going to start with Faisal Ahmed. I have to say it started with Faisal because it really did, because he showed up at our open call before we did. Number 3, everyone. And then, I'm so nervous about people calling. Okay. And you know, the funny thing is you'll see in the movie that he looks like an absolute crazy man. And in real life, like, how foxy is this gentleman? And what I also want to say about you is this guy cares about his craft. You know, I just had this workshop. A guy, you know, Faisal is in like a blockbuster movie, and yet he shows up back to back for like 2-hour workshops, so 4 hours of like in Minnesota. Why? Because he's hungry. This is not the end of him. His best work is yet to come. So please help me celebrate Faisal. That guy is hungry, watch out. Mahet, come on down. What I want to say about Mahet is, you know, there's been talk about, well, he just drove the boat, blah, blah, blah. And the truth of it, the truth of it is this. Yes, the strongest man, and Mahet didn't get to rely on a character. No offense, he wasn't the muscle, he wasn't the lead, he wasn't the emotional one. He was the muscle. So what was astounding to me is that he did so much great work as an actor without relying on a character. He had to trust his instincts. And so I'm so pleased that he's up here with us, because believe me, this was the hardest role for me to cast. And I also will say, he is the most joyful spirit. I mean, is anyone else wearing like a white suit and like practically does cartwheels down? Like, everybody loves Faisal, or no, they love Faisal, but they really love Mahet. There is no one with a spirit more joyful than Mahet. Last but not least, Barkhad Abdirahman. And I've said this in real life to Little B, but I'm going to say it again. You're the heart of this. I love that he calls me mom, but he calls everybody mom, but I really want to be his mom. Okay, we won't cry. There was a part in the script and in the audition process where it was very personal about the fishing and about when we had the family, you know, the wife and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and also, well, I don't want to give it away. There's moments where there's a human connection evident. And that's the part played by Barkhad. And it's that moment of human connection. We may not know what it's like to be a pirate, but I guarantee when you watch those moments, you will feel a connection. And that's not only through his character, but I will say it till I'm blue in the face. You're the heart of what we do and why we're here. So what you have before you are some amazing actors, but more importantly, some very incredible humans and amazing men. Thank you.
We had originally planned this event to be a nice Q&A where you get to hear about all the casting stories, but I think, would we rather just see the movie? Yes, all right, so give us a few minutes to wrap this equipment. We're just gonna move things down, turn the lights off, pull things out of the way, and then we will roll the film. And I thank you so very much for being here, and here we go.